Well, 2024 has been the year of the left attempting to rewrite history. First, it was the Health Department's woke move to rename it Sirius Building because the name was apparently associated with the First Fleet. Then there was a push to rename La Trobe University because of its namesake's links to Victoria's colonial history and, quote, genocidal violence. And today we learnt of yet another idiotic proposal to rename an Australian landmark, Sydney's Cooks River. It's the latest victim. Now, the government-backed Cooks River Alliance is unhappy with the name's connection to, obviously, Captain Cook and has proposed that it be changed to its traditional Indigenous name. Let's bring in our panel to discuss this and more. Joining me now is Liberal MP Keith Wolahan and Sky News contributor Rocco Leocano. Keith, I don't know how many times I have to say this, right? And every time these activists go after a statue of Captain Cook, I always bring up the fact that he was dead 9 years before the First Fleet rocked up in this country. Why do they always get so upset about Captain Cook? He was a navigator and explorer. He wasn't involved in the colonisation of Australia, for heaven's sake.
You're absolutely right. And when you think about the man that was Captain Cook, there was so much to admire about him. He was someone who appreciated art and science and was fascinated by nature and was an explorer. So there's a lot to admire about him. But in terms of renaming landmarks and rivers, there is an enormous amount of cost and confusion. And the onus is on those who want to seek a change. There must be a really compelling reason, and there must also be widespread community support for that to occur. And from what I've read about this proposal, those conditions are just not there.
Oh, and Rocco, it goes back to what I was saying in my editorial at the top of the show, which is that we always talk about these things when it comes to Indigenous policy that do nothing to improve anyone's life. I mean, you could rename Cooks River to anything you absolutely wanted. Is it going to do anything for a single Aboriginal person in the country? No.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I don't see, it's like they want to wave a magic wand, we'll change the name of a river or a landmark, and all of a sudden the problems with substance abuse, school truancy and what's going on in Alice Springs will magically disappear. And you also mentioned, Caleb, the ignorance of history. I mean, Captain Cook, as well as what Keith mentioned, being an explorer and someone who loves science, he actually preserved a lot of Aboriginal artefacts, spears and the like, which are preserved at Cambridge. And we wouldn't know what we know about Aboriginal culture and heritage if people like Captain Cook didn't preserve those things.
Yep, Captain Cook was a great man, and they keep demonising him because these people don't actually understand the history that they claim to be prattling on about.